Hello there, Libra. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of September 9th through the 15th. We are going to be starting with Monday and working through to Sunday. So I'm just shuffling. Looks like you guys have a lot on your minds. So once these cards are ready to be put down, we'll go ahead and see what comes up for you. All right, Libra, here we go. Okay, my dears, my dears. Monday, Libra, what you have is the World card in reverse. And the World card in reverse is just telling me that there's something that you thought was the ideal, you thought you really wanted in your life, and you're starting to realize that, yeah, it's really close to the ideal and really close to what you thought you wanted in your life, but now you're tweaking and adjusting this idea of what it is that you actually want or need in your life. So very interesting. A lot of times this comes up when we're in a relationship and we realize that things aren't working out the way that we hoped that they would. And so we start to make adjustments, either to adjust that, okay, well, if we're going to work with this relationship, then we're going to have to adjust some things to make it work. Or it may even be realizing that the relationship just flat isn't going to work and you may have to look at some other thing. But it doesn't have to be with relationship either. This can be like, say that you are making some kind of purchase and you think that what you're buying is exactly what you want. Maybe, I don't know, let's say that you're buying a boat. You want to buy a fishing boat. And you're looking at this thing and you're realizing that, you know what, I really thought I liked all this, but I think I would like it to have a little bit more power than I realized, or a little less power than you realized, whatever. I don't know that much about fishing boats, but I'm just giving an example. So it doesn't have to be about a relationship. It can be about a particular thing, too, that you're looking at that you thought was kind of the end-all, be-all, and now you're realizing isn't exactly what you thought. And so now you're tweaking what it is that you actually want. Okay? So all of that for Monday, Libra. Let's move on. Tuesday. Okay guys, Tuesday is when you have the Seven of Vessels showing up. This is my mourning card or great sadness card. It's literally labeled as mourning. This can be mourning or grief. It may be that you're really missing somebody who has crossed over. It may be even, I've seen this card come up for people like if they lost a job or something like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything really huge. One thing to understand about the tarot whenever you're doing a general reading like this is that when a card comes up that depicts something, it's just depicting that type of energy, but it's not necessarily depicting the severity or the greatness of it. So there's all kinds of ranges, and different ones of you will have a lot of different ranges of this mourning card. Some of you will just be slightly sad about something that comes up on Tuesday, and others of you, this could be all out dealing with grief. So there's, anywhere in between is where you can fall. So anytime you see a card like that, when you're looking at a general reading, it's best not to get too worked up about it, because chances are you're probably not in that small percentage of people that is feeling this to the max. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that. Let's move on to Wednesday, Libras. Here what you have is the Ecstasy card showing up in reverse. This is one of my cards that I actually like better in reverse than I do right side up, because what this card is actually is that there's a situation in your life that you've been kind of pretending is okay for a while, just to kind of keep the peace, because you sort of thought if you didn't pretend it was okay, then things were going to get yucky, and worse than they are. And so what's going on Wednesday is you're finally realizing, you know what, I can't keep pretending, I can't keep faking, I can't keep pasting on a smile when something is really tearing me up inside. And so what you're doing is you're saying something. You're saying, look, this is a problem and something has to give here. Something has to change. And so you're actually standing up for yourself. You're being true to yourself. You're letting people know how you really feel about something instead of letting them believe that you're okay with something that you're just not okay with. All right. And then let's look at Thursday, Libras. Here you have the Green Man showing up in reverse. When the Green Man shows up in reverse, this is my typical narcissistic card. This is somebody coming in who does not tell the truth. They say whatever it is that it takes to get you to do whatever it is they want you to do. They are intensely corrupt. They can come across as very charming to get you, to win you over if you're angry at them or if you're new to them. And then later on, they kind of do a Jekyll and Hyde switch, and they have this whole other person who's only satisfied and happy if you make them happy. And if you're not making them happy, then you're not somebody that they're focusing on, or if they are focusing on you, it's not in a pleasant way. So this is somebody that you're interacting with on Thursday. All I can tell you, Libras, is I hope that your interaction with this person is as short as it can possibly be. These are never really fun interactions because the person comes across as if they actually care about you originally, and then everything gets twisted in the end, and that it just really sucks. It just really hurts. So like I said, hopefully that interaction will be a short interaction that you're having, Libra. Next, let's look at Friday. Friday, what we have showing up here is the horse in reverse. Now, the horse, when he's right side up, talks about building strength in the material world, taking classes, learning something new, stashing money away for investment, something to build yourself up in the world, to build up your security in a very tangible way. When you've got the horse in reverse, this is a little different. This is kind of the opposite of that. It's doing things that are not helping you to move forward in the world. So this is, maybe you're taking out a loan that's bigger than you can really handle, or maybe you are taking a job that really is not enough pay for you, or maybe you're spending your time in ways that just are not productive for you, and that actually, if you're embroiled in, say, some kind of, I don't know, if you're embroiled in some kind of dispute or debate that's taking a lot of your energy or your time, that could be taking away from what you would normally be doing to build yourself up on an everyday basis. And so you start to go weaker and weaker instead of stronger and stronger. So you really want to pay attention to what your habits are, what you're actually doing on Friday. Make sure that you're doing things that keep you healthy and keep you strong in the world, whether it's financially or medically or relationship-wise, whatever. You don't want to get sucked into putting your energy towards something that just is not productive, and that's pretty much what this card says. All right, let's look at Saturday. Saturday, you have the pole star, and I really like it when this card comes up because that tells me that you are very much in touch with your own inner voice or your spirit guides, or however your consciousness, however you want to phrase that. You're very much in touch with your own inner guidance system, and so you have a sense of what your purpose is, of what you want to get accomplished, and that makes it very easy for you to make decisions too whenever this card shows up. So always happy to see the pole star show up. And then on Sunday, Libras, what we have is our work card. So this just means you're doing some kind of work on Sunday. If you're not clocking in and working for somebody else, you could be doing what you need to do to get your business up and going or moving forward or whatever. Or you could be doing volunteer work or doing work around the house, but there's some kind of work that you are definitely heavily participating in on Sunday, Libra. So that's your week. Thank you so much for being here. If any of these cards inspire any questions that you would like to have more clarity on, or if there's just something in your life that you need more clarity on in general, feel free to contact me. I do offer private readings either via telephone or Skype, and you can find all my contact information at my website. If you're in the U.S., the best thing to do to contact me is either call me or text me on my cell. And then if you're not in the U.S., you want to reach me on Skype, once again, call or text, either way is fine. And so I look forward to reading for many of you this week, and then I'll see the rest of you on the next video. Peace out.